In Ezekiel 34 and 31, it says, "And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture are men, and I am your God, saith the Lord God." God's talking to Ezekiel about being a shepherd. You see, a shepherd leads, it doesn't force the sheep. It always makes sure that the sheep are safe. See, the shepherd leads and guides it by that water wherever the shepherd attends to the sheep's need. Okay, and see, it encourages and serves. A sheep has to follow what the shepherd has to say. You know, the sheep have to listen, have to follow where the shepherd wants to go. The sheep have to listen and do what the shepherd has to say. See, God is our main shepherd. Says Jesus Christ says, "I am the good shepherd." And he said, "For the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep." And this is in John 10 and 12. It says, "But he that is a hireling, and not a shepherd, who owned the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is a hireling, and careth not for the sheep." John 10 and 14 says, "I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and am known of mine." See, here Christ talking to us, saying, "Hey, you know, if you're going to be a part of my flock, if you're coming under me, and I'm going to be your shepherd, Christ is going to take care of us." Christ loves us and made an investment in us. The difference between a good shepherd and a hireling is that the shepherd actually owns the sheep. A hireling, just works for someone who doesn't own the sheep. That's not his investment. That sheep are not his investment. He doesn't have to put down his life for them, because if he loses those sheep, that's not his investment. But see, a good shepherd always watches and takes care of those sheep, because that's his investment. And 2 Corinthians 5 and 7 says, "For we walk by faith and not by sight." A lot of times, we as Christians, we can't see what's coming up or what's coming on the other side of the valley, per se. But God doesn't ask us to walk by sight. God doesn't ask us to know exactly where we're going. He just asks us to walk by faith, to know that Christ is going to lead us, to know that Christ died for us, that He's going to lead us and show us His will and His way. So being that shepherd, Christ is to be. We have to be that sheep to follow after Christ and do what He asks us to do.